Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm so glad that you are a little bit interested, a little bit keen, and a little bit curious. I'll make this sharp, short, and no fluff. This is everything you need to know to get into it without it being too scary. This is the approachable guide to Twitch and to my Twitch, particularly my Twitch. If you want to hang out with me more, because I am on Twitch more and more, I would love to have you in our little chaotic family. So if you go to my URL, which is just twitch.tv/spookyastronauts, here you'll see kind of like the interface. This is just where you'll go automatically when you put in the URL if I'm not live. You'll see the about section. This will have just some information about me, some links, some bios, some of my goals. Here you have the soundboard, which we'll talk about soon, and just some information about me, stuff you probably already know if you're watching this video. Then we have the schedule. This is really handy because it will show in your own time zone. So if you do want to know when my regular streaming times are, and you've seen me put up a couple of posts, but you can't figure out your local time, go here and check it out. Then we have the video tab, and these are just past recordings. So they call them VODs or VODs, which we know is video on demand. If you like movies, you already know that. Basically, they're just recent broadcasts. But then you can also go to clips. Clips are little tiny segments that people have clipped up while they're watching my videos. They're just some fun, silly moments and something to remember it by. But you don't have to interact with any of this. What you really need to go to is the chat. And when I'm live, I will be here. Let's talk about subbing and following, because it's very different here than it is on YouTube. When you subscribe to someone on YouTube, it's completely free, but this is where the big difference between Twitch and YouTube is. If you follow me, that is free. You can click follow and you can follow whoever you want. But when you subscribe to someone, you pay a monthly subscription fee. I think of it, and I think the easiest way to put it is, it's like buying someone a coffee for the month. You pay a little fee, and that allows you to not have any ads on that channel, but it also allows you to support that creator. This is a very common thing that people do, just buy subs to certain channels that they like so they don't have any advertisements, and it's also supporting the creator. I have a timed ad break that comes on automatically while I'm streaming, so you can watch the ads instead, or you can subscribe and just pay a fee per month. And when you subscribe, you're not subscribing ongoing, you're just subscribing for that month. So it's like giving a tip for just that month. The way I think of it is, in exchange for that, I just keep streaming for that whole month. So every stream is me rewarding and hanging out with the people who are supporting me through this coffee payment. That's like the worst way to put it, but it's just a way of saying it's just like a one-time fee. It's like, everyone bought me a coffee, so I'm gonna hang around for a while because I got a lot of caffeine in my system. You can also subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime. It allows you every single month to have a free subscription. So if you already have Prime, you can do that, and it does not cost anything extra. When you subscribe, you also get emotes, which are exclusive to subscribers of my channel, and you get a little tiny badge next to your name, which I have as the Scream Mask. Ghostface. Depending on how long you're subscribed, the Ghostface emote changes. This is where you probably have heard of the term gifted sub. So what this means is that someone else is gifting out subs to everyone else who is in the chat or is following my channel. So people do this because they want to support the creator, but then also, instead of just tipping, they would rather the money go towards someone else having the ad-free experience. A lot of people do this to thank the creator, but also to bring the community together. It is a really good way of supporting a creator, because once a person has a free sub, they're more likely to hang out there more often and then maybe continue that subscription on their own. I've done that for other creators where I have been gifted a sub, so I sit in their chat a lot and then I continued it on because I really liked their content. And this is where it's gonna get a little bit confusing, but I promise, once you get the hang of it, it's totally fine, and you don't have to do these options. Basically, when I started, I heard that there were different options for people who like to tip in different ways. So subscribing is the main one, but there's also bits, and bits are just tip points basically that someone can buy and then give out to different creators, different streamers. It's also very common for people to have a PayPal donation tip jar. You can see this, I have mine in my bio. Some people prefer doing it through PayPal, and that's why it's just good to have options, because people like different things. It's like when you check out at any kind of store, some people like to do cash, some people like to do it on card, some people like to do Google Pay. It's good to have different options. That's what I've been told. Also, when you go through PayPal, they don't take any money out. Twitch doesn't take a percentage, so that's why people also like PayPal. You don't have to do any of these things to hang out with me though, okay? This is just how it works. Here comes the fun part, okay? So if you've heard all of that information, I promise you also have something else, another perk that's gonna come to you for completely no price, completely free, even if you're just following. Every channel has what's called channel points, and these are given to you by just engaging in the channel. Even if you're just sitting there, just watching, or if you end up chatting, you accumulate these things called channel points. You'll see I have them as like a little love heart, like a bleeding love heart, and if you click on it, it will show you what you can get with these points. So these points will continue to accumulate, and you can buy things, and the way I've set them up, very customized to my community. You can really direct what we're doing as a chaotic family during these streams. So a couple of very generic ones that a lot of people have is stretch, posture check, hydrate. So these are telling the streamer to check their posture, to have a stretch, to take a sip of water. They're really directing them what to do. But here it gets a little chaotic on my channel. I've sing to mi parlo, which is, if you know, you know, it's a Hilary Duff saying, but basically I sing a lot in streams so people can request songs randomly. It's just very chaotic. And then I also have stop singing. So people like to joke around with this, where someone will use their points to try and get me to sing a song, and then someone will stop it immediately. It's very funny. You guys can change the colors of my lights. You just have to request what color you want and I'll change it for you. I also have a new rant for 60 seconds, and you can pick anything for me to rant about. And I have a timer that comes up, and I have to rant for 60 seconds straight about it. And then of course, a very popular one for my channel is Give Gromit a Treat, where I go full screen and I give Gromit a treat on behalf of you. Besides that, I also have sounds. So if you scroll down on my little bio section, you'll see this little tab that has all of these different, it looks scary, but remember when I talked about bits? These are the little tip bits that are currency basically in Twitch. But I do have free ones, so a couple of these, as you scroll through, you'll see don't have any prices on them. You can click on these and little gifs will come up, and the sound will be played on stream for everyone. I even have a jump scare one and a text-to-speech one, so you can say whatever you want and it will be said in front of the whole stream. Okay, and then with those, the other two things that you just need to know about the chat and how it works is there's a hype train. So basically, if a lot of people start subbing or gifting subs or donating in whatever way they want to by using the sound alerts or by using bits, then a hype train will start. And that is just meaning they're trying to encourage other people to hype me up, to donate, to tip. You don't have to do anything. It's just something that happens automatically with Twitch. So that's what it means. And then the other term is raiding. So at the end of a stream, what will happen is the streamer will decide whether they want to raid someone else. If they have a friend who's online or a small creator they would like to raid, what happens is they send everyone from the stream that you're watching. As soon as your stream ends, it will go into another stream automatically. So it's just a way for people to be like, okay, I'm about to log off. I'm gonna send my audience to someone else so they can hang out with them. I want to tell you guys a bit about what I do on Twitch. I've broken it up so that I do kind of like gaming streams, and then I do Name That Film, so horror quizzes, and then I do more gaming. I do what games that people want me to play, but I also play Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where you play as either the victim and the family and just kill each other. It's fun, it's gory. I don't take things too seriously. It's all about the banter. It's all about having fun. I'm a very interactive player, so most of it is just about interacting with the chat. But the reason I came to Twitch is because I wanted to hang out with the community more. I was finding Instagram was a little bit unreliable with live streaming, and I felt when I live streamed on YouTube, because I have a larger audience there, it was such a big deal, and I had to plan everything and have everything run smoothly, where in Twitch, the whole point of it is live streaming, and a lot of it is unplanned chaos. Of course, you're planned what you should be doing and how you should be doing it, but it's all about the chat and interacting with them instead of a planned show, which is what I usually do on YouTube with Does This Offend You and other streams I do. I didn't really want to keep randomly going live and trying out gaming or whatever, and it just being messy in your subscription feed, where on Twitch, If you follow me, you'll be notified when I go live, but I go live whenever now. And it's not a big deal, it's just a casual hangout, and I have a lot of fun with the community, and I've gotten to know people really well through it. So if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, I do recommend just going to my page and following so you can see when I go live. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you do have any questions.